you caught me at a weird time because I'm actually getting rehoused here shortly, finally, after 6 months. So it's been 6 months, I guess. Yeah. Difficulty, well, for example, it's been 4 weeks that this organization has rescheduled my interview, or my case, I don't know what they call it, case introduction, where we go over everything and sign paperwork, and they rescheduled it 4 weeks in a row. So, that added another month. And then when we, every step along the way is weeks of process. So you've got them housing people in motels. The men, obviously, there's more men unhoused. So what I saw was they'd take women and children, put them in the motel rooms, and then the men, they would, if they had a car or were in a car, they couldn't come in because they were considered sheltered. So, or they weren't priority, rather. So if you had a car, you would probably have to wait a couple months to even be considered to go into one of these things. And then this year, they canceled a bunch of funding. So I'm a veteran, and I went to two, this could have been months ago. I tried going into some of these shelters, 2 of them rather, and they're VA connected because I'm a veteran, and they pulled the funding after years and years. Literally the day after I got to one of these places, they sent an email out to the administration there and said, hey, you can't take any more people. The administrative process for all of that is terrible. It's so inefficient, and people don't want to even go through it, or they've tried. Here's the other thing. I don't know how many people I've talked to who have gone through the process to get housing or shelter or a job, and they've tried to go through it once or twice, okay, and they couldn't get through it because it took too long, or they didn't have a birth certificate or whatever. And so they're done. And I tell them, oh, well, I'm this far along in the process. That's where I got, they'll say, and something happened, and they're like, I'm never doing that bullshit again. Yeah, they pulled the funding for that, and then these people got to get out, and all the other ones pick up these people that have to go places, and there's no room left. So I went to one, I got there and they said, no, we can't take you, after they said, come on down. And they accepted me because they got that email. So I go to another one, and all the men are put into a barracks type situation. So you've got drug addicts, sick people, mentally unstable, all crammed together. It is a freaking nightmare. Yeah, there are good ones that they require you to be sober, so you have to follow their rules, but you still got to wait to get in there. And what do you do in the meantime? And if you show up high, they say you can't come in, and so I'd say one more roadblock would be maybe 2, but there's the mental aspect of things personally and internally. You're battling your own thoughts and your demons and all that. And then the second part is the public. They've got their opinions about it. And one of the issues that I have is I have a degree. I was a Marine. I was a firefighter, an EMT. And like I said, I've been out here for 6 months, and half the time is not anything that I could control. I could have been a little more proactive, but I'm also going through stuff at home. I'm going through a divorce. So I've got all this shit going on. Nobody knows any of that, but they walk by and they say you're a piece of shit, and I'm not joking you. I'm not joking. Scum, get a job. I've had a job since I was 14. This is the first time I've never had a job in my entire life. So I'm sick and tired of it, and I'm defeated.